290 in a descent flight level 260, multi-18.
We will set up an orbit for about 10 to 15 minutes in the TSA-29, and after that we would like to continue our flight plan to our destination.
Multi-18 copied. We are in a left-hand turn, then 070. When nose is called, switch to safe. You're clear to join echelon left.
Let's go, switch to safe, going to echelon left.
During the last years, the Romanian commitment to NATO was increasing a lot, and part of this is our contribution to Baltic Air Policing mission. It's the second time we are here. First time it was back in 2007 with MiG-21s, and now with F-16s. It's really important for Romania to be here to demonstrate our commitment, our increased commitment to NATO and the contribution of Romania to safeguarding the NATO airspace. We're really happy to work here together with our Portuguese partners and our Finnish partners, especially given the context of NATO summit, which is going to be held in just 1 week here in Lithuania.
We are here on the doing a contribution for the policing of the Baltic countries' airspace. So we're here since the 1st of April, and we'll stay here till the end of July. And we have 4 jets ready to scramble, as you witness, and to perform any mission required here in the Baltics. Well, it's important, first of all, because we can give our contributes with what we know to do best, which is this type of mission, the QRA, Quick Reaction Alert. At the same time, it's a great opportunity to train with the different partners from the different nations that are in the Baltic region, and not only the air forces, but as well some ground troops. So it's the best opportunity that we have to practice together as a united force.
So we often get the question, why does NATO have to coordinate all these air policing activities? Because, I mean, most countries in Europe, they do have their own air force, and they do have the capabilities to intercept unauthorized aircraft on their own. But as you know, most countries in Europe are rather small. So if you would have a traffic flying through European airspace, quite often it would only take like 10 minutes before it reaches the next country. And in general, it will never take more than 30 to 45 minutes. So it would not be wise, it would be suboptimal, let's put it this way, to have the nations do that all separately over their territory. So that's where NATO steps in. We try to coordinate that air policing effort to make it both more efficient and more effective. Because under NATO control, NATO fighters are allowed to cross into the neighboring countries. So we can actually continue the intercept throughout several NATO countries. The air policing mission over the Baltic Sea region is essentially still what it was years ago, because it is a peacetime air policing mission, and that mission as such has not changed over time. But the Baltic Sea region is special for 2 reasons. First of all, because that's where we tend to see most of the Russian interactions with the Russians, because the Russians have to basically fly from their enclave Kaliningrad back to the Russian mainland along the coast of the 3 Baltic states. So of course, obviously, that's where we then get to intercept them. And so that's where we see most of our day-to-day interaction with Russian assets. But the second reason is that the 3 Baltic states, although they have their own air force, they like fighter jets, so they don't have the means to actually intercept unauthorized aircraft, and that's where NATO steps in. So we provide that framework for them by inviting other nations to deploy forces on a temporary basis to one of the Baltic states. Well, Finland is now part of NATO, but they still need to fully integrate into the NATO Air Policing business, and that's partly technical, it's partly procedural, but I mean, we'll get there. It's just a matter of time. It's going to go relatively fast. Sweden will be the same case once they actually become a NATO member. Well, for NATO, I mean, Finland, of course, brings a lot of air capabilities to the table. So they have a pretty robust air force with lots of, also with airborne early warning aircraft, intelligence collection aircraft. So it's not only limited to fighters. They bring a lot of intel collection capabilities as well. So yeah, they of course, they know their neighbor, the big neighbor to the east, rather well. So, I mean, NATO is gaining a lot from that expertise, of course.